Hey eccentrics, how are you doing? Do not select complete order until you are in your car, seatbelt, mirrors checked, you have everything in order, the food's not going to be moving around all over the place, and you know where you're going. Like, let's say you're in a parking lot, you know you're going to get out the parking lot and turn right. Do not select complete order until that is the case, because you never know what could delay you, and then the system doesn't give you the option to say, oh, this went wrong, unless you wait until it loads and gives you the profit, and then you select report an issue. Who wants to do that all the time? So do not do that until you're about to pull off. Do not let the merchant select complete order for you. Now, granted, they might have had issues where people say they deliver the food and it wasn't delivered. So I can, like, for example, I allowed the merchant, I forgot, a sushi place in Brickell. So I allowed her to, I selected it. I touched my phone, but I allowed her to be like, oh, can you select complete order once I confirm this is the correct order? And then I'm about to pull off and they run out talking about, oh, it's the wrong order. And then take another like 5-7 minutes. So on the app, I look like I'm just sitting there after I already selected complete order. And because it was a delivery for the order after the one I picked up, because it was a stock delivery where it's two different locations, two different restaurants, I couldn't contact that customer and say, hey, they completed the order, but now they're saying it's wrong. So I had to contact the person I was delivering first and tell him why there is a delay. He seemed cool with it. I didn't get a tip though, so he couldn't have been that cool with it. And then once I completed his delivery, because he was the one I picked up first, and the reason why they give you the option to do the stock orders, because you're on your way to that route. But there was one time where they sent me backwards, and then I came passing that restaurant or passing that delivery, and I'm just like, they must have not had somebody else to like send me backwards, which was yesterday. So yeah, that same delivery that glitched out, I was moving too fast and I selected complete order before I can actually take the picture. And surprisingly, it said, oh yeah, you completed all 4 deliveries without a picture, which usually doesn't let you complete it without adding a picture, because excuse the gum, they give the option to do like no contact delivery, where you just put it down in front of the door. So I tried to contact Postmates again and sent a picture of, I took a picture of it because it glitched out. Not only did it glitch out, but it took me offline. It put me back in the status of riding a scooter, which is like the second time it's done it now. And I had to like go old school and like search for a signal with my hand up. And at the same time, a few minutes later, they were adding the correct funds from the Walmart delivery, so my system, like, it was just like, this is too much happening. Like, at one point it was 0 balance when it was 205. So I need to go home. I'm going to try and do the 10:30 promotion again, but I'm totally getting up earlier than I did before, because yesterday was not enough time, and it was like a few minutes after I drove off when it was 10:30 before I actually got to the goal location. So improve on a daily basis, see what you can do different for the following day. This is my second to last day. Tuesday is when I have to return the rental, but yeah, Sunday I'm stopping. I can't do no late night deliveries on Sunday because I have orientation in the morning and I want to be as refreshed as possible. So I'm going to, sleep and not do the whole intermediate sleeping that I've been doing with Postmates. Their promotion is 10:30 to 1:30, which is 3 hours, and then 4:30 to 9:30, which is 5 hours. So for example, if you wanted to do 8 hours, set yourself on 8 hours like a regular job, you can just do that promotion. But honestly, it wasn't profitable yesterday. Maybe I wasn't in the right location. I'm kind of dreading Miami Beach because I haven't went since, and it's day 6. But I'm aiming to go in a few hours. I was tired yesterday in between those time periods, especially since I stopped at 2:30 and I realized I did more than I needed to. And I got up and it was like, before I went to sleep, I was like, okay, I'm going to make some eggs. So I'm not having takeout again. Nope, for lunch I had takeout again. The goal is get up at 8:30, be ready to leave by 9:30 or 10, since it took me so long yesterday, and then drive to Miami Beach and turn it on. But yeah, as I was saying, it wasn't as profitable yesterday. I drove to Florida City. As I was getting off of the last exit, that's when I got the Chipotle order. Oh, another thing wrong with the maps is it'll be off a few minutes on how long it'll take you to get to the location. So that can definitely play a factor in if you complete the delivery in a allotted time period, because technically their map is off. So if you completed on time based on maps or GPS, you might not get qualified for the delivery. It's not up to date on what is going on, like if there's a car accident or a good amount of traffic or roads blocked off because of construction. Like yesterday, I just had to drive to that road and find out that it's blocked off because I wasn't using GPS. I honestly can't tell you guys much about like the whole process because it's been like over 2 years, but they do run a background check. You can do everything remotely over your cell phone and submit like the documents. You don't have to have like a 2004 or newer. They do have 2 options for the bag that I mentioned before, and I guess a super delivery box bag, like how Uber Eats has it, with those that you can put on your back, which is great for big deliveries. But honestly, most of these restaurants use the paper bag, the brown paper bag, and it's minutes taken off of your delivery if you sit there and take it out the bag and put it in it, because I believe it has slots. If you're driving around with no AC and things like that, yeah, definitely do it, because the AC keeps the cold food cold, but the hot food, the windows are closed, so it's not likely for the fumes to be leaving. I kind of stopped carrying this bag into the store if I checked and the order is not too big, because again, on average they have their own bags, the brown bag. But once I put it in the car, I put it in the basket, and then I put my big bag over it. So I found a way I can keep my basket straight instead of leaning into the seat. Let me see if I can show you guys. So I have my little bag. See, you see the difference? I have my little bag there, and I just put it on top. It has to stay flat like that. And I just put it on top like this. And then I keep my big water bottle right there. If I have any snacks, I keep that right there. And then I have this. So if there's drinks for the order, I can put it there. I have 2 cup holders here and like water bottle holders at these doors, but majority of the time there's no like water bottle. It's actually like a paper cup like McDonald's, and it tilts in those doors, so I don't want to take the chance of it spilling. It looks professional and more organized to have their materials, especially when you want to be able to be easily identified. Again, there's some deliveries that's really big and their bag just doesn't fit it unless you literally unclip, because majority of the time they staple the paper bags or just fold it, which creates crinkles, and then slide it in, hoping that the contents is not like spill items, because then the brown bag is going to look ugly. And I don't know, If somebody delivers something to me like that and they say it wasn't intentional, I would just think to myself, okay, they gave you a brown paper bag sealed. Why did you feel the need to put this in? Anyways, right now I'm at like 214. The only reason I'm continuing to do this is to, ensure that I am maximizing on my experience with it, because I told myself I was going to give it a week to see how much I can make in a week. The goal was about $500, so that way I can get my money back and still make a little profit. I doubt I'm going to make an additional $300 in 2 days. So this was a good experience. Now I know, like, I can narrow down, if I do this again, what area to go and start at first. I can also Google it. Didn't think of Googling the most popular areas. But again, it changes, mostly because there might be more drivers, there might be more experience, they might have more ratings to you, so they might get the deliveries first. But I'm definitely going to invest into Postmates in case I need to do this again, or I just want to change, because I didn't need to do this. Technically, I have the security job lined up. I have my rent paid for August already. I didn't pay it. I just have it in savings. Technically, the money I'm making here is like covering all the takeout and the gas I use to fill up the gas tank. I'm definitely going to buy all the items for Postmates. It gives you a fire signal for your car. It has face masks. It has a shirt. It has the 3 bags for the options. I can't think of what else it has, but on the Fleet app you can shop, and I think online it gives you access to what they sell. So that way when I, or if I need to do it again, I have all that I need. Especially the card. Still now, I haven't heard back on activating the card that I found from the initial time that I worked for them. Granted, the card might be worse, because with a card, that means you can pay when you get there. That means most likely the food is ready to be made when you get there and not already done. Thank goodness the last few deliveries has already been done, and I didn't have to really wait that long. I think that is everything. I'm going to try my best to continuously check on my Uber status, my Shipt status, and my Lyft status. So again, if I have to do this, I can already have the active account, because it seems like it allows you to keep the account active and you don't have to go through the whole hiring process again. But I am about to go home and take a nap, and I'm hungry, but I'm going to ignore it because I want to take a nap and then eat when I get up. But anyways, thank you for watching. Again, your life is going to continue to be wonderful, productive, life-changing. And if it is not, you are going to make it so, because it can always be worse. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. It makes a difference. I have Eccentric Life on YouTube, Eccentric for the Arts, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Snapchat is one and the same, with the Queen Beast vlogging channel and all that personal stuff. That's also on those same platforms. Thanks again.